Hello everyone, Gotcha Spark here, bringing you some new info for update version 4.3. In today's video, I'll be talking about the new info regarding Navia and a new 4-star character whose name I may be mispronouncing, but Chevreuse, I believe is the name. But before we hop into the info, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. So, starting with Navia, it seems she would have a 4-hit slash basic attack with the final hit using the umbrella, and her charge attack will involve spinning. For Navia's elemental skill, when a character in a team picks up crystals generated from crystallized reaction, Navia accumulates a fissure crystal shard, up to a maximum of 6 shards. Each trigger refreshes the duration of existing fissure crystal shards, with each shard lasting 300 seconds. Upon release, Navia consumes all fissure crystal shards to unfold the elegant yet deadly blade umbrella, shooting multiple rose crystal bullets that can pierce through enemies, dealing geo damage upon hit. Consuming 0, 1, 2, 3 shards will shoot out 5, 7, 9, 11 rose crystal bullets. The more crystal bullets that hit the same enemy, the higher the damage to that enemy, with all 11 crystal bullets hitting resulting in 200% damage. If there are 11 enemies in front, it will deal damage 11 times additionally for each fissure crystal shard consumed beyond the third. The damage of each rose crystal bullet is increased by 15%. And for the whole version of this skill, Navia enters an aiming mode, continuously collecting nearby crystals generated from crystallized reaction, and upon ending the long press, releases the same rose crystal bullets as the tap version of the skill. The skill can be stored up to 2 times, with a 9-second cooldown, and the hold can be held up to 5 seconds. And upon ending the elemental skill, there is an animation of loading bullets. Next, Navia's ultimate summons an artillery barrage, fiercely bombarding enemies ahead with geo area of effect damage. Following the initial blast, it provides supportive barrage, dealing continuous damage over time. When the artillery hits, it grants Navia a stack of shards, occurring every 2.4 seconds. The ultimate hits approximately every 1 second, but the gaining of shards stacks has a cooldown of 2.4 seconds. Next, Navia's talent 1 is after using the elemental skill, damage is converted to unenchantable geo damage, increasing damage dealt by 40% for 4 seconds. Talent 2, for each party member whose element is pyro, hydro, electro, or cryo, Navia attack is increased by 20%. This effect can stack up to 2 times for a maximum of 40% attack increase. And lastly, Navia's constellation, starting with her C1, is when her elemental skill is used, each shard consumed grants Navia plus 2 energy and reduces the cooldown of her ultimate by 1 second, up to a maximum of 6 energy regained and 3 seconds reduced. Navia C2, when her elemental skill is used, each shard consumed increases the crit rate of this instance of her E skill by 8% up to a maximum of 24%. Additionally, when the E skill hits an enemy, it calls down a single instance of supportive barrage from the ultimate, considering it as ultimate damage. Only one supportive barrage can be triggered per use of E skill. Constellation 3 increases the level of the elemental skill by 3. Constellation 4, when the elemental skill hits, it reduces the enemy's geo resistance by 20% for 8 seconds. Constellation 5 increases the level of the ultimate by 3. And lastly, Constellation 6, when using the elemental skill, if 3 shards are consumed, each additional shard increases the elemental skill critical damage by 35%. Moreover, any shards consumed beyond the third are refunded after casting. And that's all the info for Navia. Moving on to the 4-star. So Chevreuse will have a polearm as her main weapon, with a 4-part sequence normal attack. Her elemental skill has a hold to enter aiming mode, locking onto an enemy with the reticle for a precise shot. If possessing an overload bullet, it shifts to a special shot with a large area of effect and higher damage. When nearby allies in a team trigger an overload reaction, they attain a bullet with a maximum of 1. After shooting, heals the active character for duration based on her max HP. The healing effect lasts for 12 seconds with a cooldown of 15 seconds. Her elemental burst launches a grenade that splits upon impact, similar to Klee's elemental skill. The elemental burst has a cooldown of 15 seconds and requires 60 energy to use. In her talent 1, when all characters in the team are of the pyro and electro elements, with at least one pyro and electro, Chevreuse applies a synergize tactics effect to nearby allies. When allies trigger an overload reaction, it reduces pyro and electro resistance of affected enemies for 6 seconds. And that is all the info that we have for this character. I like to note that all this info is subject to change as we grow closer to update version 4.3. And also I like to give credit by saying all this info was obtained from Uncle Nilu's post. And lastly, I like to announce that I do have some Farina videos planned where I'll be showcasing a few of her constellations and weapon comparisons from her signature weapon to free-to-play weapons with some Farina's team comp videos. So I hope you all look forward to that. And that's it for the video. Comment below what you think of the new info that we got for version update 4.3, and thanks for watching.